Getting these older laminate tops out of here. There's probably 100 different scenarios with these. Hopefully, this is the one you're looking for. You got to do some investigating, some poking around to figure out how they're fastened and whatever. So I already got the sink out of here, and then I'll go to the dishwasher and make sure the screws up top. If there's screws on the top, there's usually 2 tabs on the dishwasher. They'll be up top there, and you can get those out. If not, you should be good to go because the dishwasher is just going to stay there. And then I'll get up inside the cabinets and see if I can see any glue or silicone or any signs of how it was fastened, just to get an idea of what you're up against before you start, banging on stuff and ripping and tearing. So after that, I didn't see anything. I have a feeling it's probably fastened down through the top into the cabinet. I'll give it a good whack on a corner somewhere, or a couple good whacks, and if it pops up a little bit, it's probably nailed. If it doesn't move and you hit it pretty hard, it's probably screwed or construction adhesive or something like that. So this one, a couple whacks, I got it up. I could see it's nailed. There's no glue or anything, so be careful when you get a pry bar up in there. If you're saving your cabinets, you don't want to damage the cabinet. So now that I know that, I'll just go around the room and start prying on this one. Sorry about that glare there. I noticed that this one here, it's not letting go on that left side. That's where the refrigerator is. On that side, I have a feeling it's probably fastened through that divider there, that panel into the countertop. Sometimes they'll do that with nails or screws or something. So if it's not letting go and you're hitting and tapping on it, don't destroy your cabinet. So pulled the fridge out, and yeah, there's some big giant Mama Jamba screws in there. So I'll get those out, and that piece should pop right out, hopefully. And like I said, if you're saving your cabinets, just be careful. You don't want this old countertop scraping the finish off your cabinet. So just be careful. These are old Amish made cabinets, and they're going to save these. So I cut on either side of the sink with a Sawzall. I'm going to take the right side out first. You got to be careful not to, cut into your cabinet. I think I scored that cabinet just a little bit, but I think I can fix that with putty and a marker. So yeah, give it just some taps around here and get it loose. The back side, you'll have to be careful because sometimes it can be up, into the wall in spots. It shouldn't be, but you never know. Sometimes it's up under the wall a little bit. That might fight you. But I got it loose over to this corner, and I just wanted to stress, be careful with your pry bars, especially if you're saving the cabinets. If you're not saving the cabinets, who cares? So just be careful you don't booger up the edge of the cabinet, because the new tops are going to sit on top of the cabinet. They're not going to be hanging over like that. So on the corner, that back edge is usually a troublesome spot, hard to get to. So I use my hammer, got it up under there, use it as a little fulcrum kind of thing, and push down on the front edge, and use it like a teeter-totter, and it should pop that back side out. Which there you can see it did. And there again, make sure that the back of your countertop's not under the wall. If it's into the wall, you're not going to be able to do that. You'll have to, figure something else out. But so moving along, getting that side out, it'll be easier to get those inside corners are usually the hardest piece to get out. So if you don't have anything on either side, it's going to be a little bit easier. I'm going to show you a little cross section of the top, how they did this. They put their substrate down on top of the cabinets, then nailed down into the face frames. And then they added that little trim piece on the front to build it up, and it kind of hangs over. Sometimes you'll find that piece on the front is actually fastened or nailed or tight to the cabinet. This one just happens to have a little gap there. You can see I got a little booger there when I cut the top. So yeah, be careful there doing that. And then on the island, I got up on here and I noticed the island was screwed. It's not nailed down. It's got, I don't know, 4 or 5 screws in here holding holding the top down. So I got those out, and that one popped right off. And then this lower bar top, these Amish guys are pretty creative back in the day. They got a little mortise there that the countertop actually slid into, and it's sitting on top of some corbels, some brackets there. So all I had to do is this long side here. There was 3 screws, and then I pulled it out almost like a shelf thing. So there, I got all the tops out, cleaned off, ready for the new tops to go in, and we're all set. So I hope that helps.